Hey guys, I'm constantly asked what I put in my morning smoothie to have so much energy and feel fuller longer, what stabilizes my metabolism, what's helped me get rid of my hypoglycemia, etc. So I thought that I would share a video with you. And although my frozen fruits usually change, the base quite often stays the same. So I thought I would share with you guys. And of course, depending on the type of blender you have, the layers of the ingredients are going to change. But usually whatever blends first at the bottom, follow the following kind of base plan. So if you have like one of those shaker cups that you fill up and then you flip over, kind of just reverse the ingredients. So always the blades at the bottom. So always do liquids and then do like grains, powders, stuff like that, oils, and then you would do the frozen fruit and harder fruits at the top. If you wanted spinach or kale or anything, you would put it just below the frozen fruits. So if you have one of those things that you flip over, then you would do reverse. So I have a Vitamix S55 at the moment. So I have the blade at the bottom. I put my almond milk, which is always my base, and I usually use the fortified. And just because it has the added B12, vitamin D, this one has vitamin A, calcium, and zinc as well. So I usually do 1 cup of almond milk. And then I add my superfood. So people always ask me about my superfood. My go-to is our tropical blend. It's a tropical strawberry. So each scoop of this babies has over 70 nutrient dense superfoods, and they're all like freezer dried, so super nutritious and very, very high value. It also has 9 portions of fruits and veggies and 16 grams of protein. So this is always my go-to in the morning. This is what keeps me fuller longer. It stabilizes my metabolism. It curbs my food cravings and my sugar cravings, because although it's a very low glycemic index, it's got everything you need in the perfect blend and the perfect balance, and it tastes like dessert. It is freaking awesome. So this is my go-to. I do have the chocolate one, the chocolate vegan as well. That one I kind of just use once in a while when I'm in the mood for like chocolate ice cream. I'll make some frozen desserts with those. So it's pretty good. I use it often. My husband is the one that uses that one every day. I'm more of the tropical strawberry fan. So I put a scoop of that. Afterwards, I put what's called Udo's oil. So this I learned about at Tony Robbins, and it's a plant-based source of omega-3, omega-6, which is all brain foods, super good for our brain development, and for infants that are 0 to 6 months, it really helps with their development. So super important. And this blend, what's amazing about it is it's all plant-based. So instead of using fish oil, it's all algae oils. So a lot more healthier, a lot better for you. And this is only good for about 8 weeks. So you either keep it in the fridge or in the freezer. So I put a little bit of that. And then afterwards, my fruit of choice today was frozen strawberries and frozen blueberries, which are super high in antioxidants. Antioxidants are very, very good for anti-inflammatory, reduce pain, especially I do double workouts. I do a daily run and I do a workout of the day as well. So it's very important for me to always have a lot of berries, antioxidants to help reduce the inflammation. And it's just superfoods. They're all super good for you. Along the anti-inflammatories and the antioxidants, you have like ginger, turmeric, hemp seeds, chlorella, and they're all energy boosting superfoods, and they fuel your cells. Kale, which I often freeze, as you can see, that was taken from my garden last year. I all process it in the blender and then I froze it in cubes so that I kind of just use a cube at a time. And kale is super high in phytonutrients, which is it cleanses your body and rids of like all the toxins and all the crap out of your system. So along with drinking a lot of water throughout the day, the berries and the kale and all those antioxidants and phytonutrients will really help flush out all those toxins. So the more greens you can have in a day, the more berries you can have in a day. Berries and fruits you're better off having during the morning because they're a lot higher in sugar. So you're better off doing all your fruits and all that stuff during a day. And then as the day goes on, just really increase your greens and those phytonutrients. And the greener, the darker greener, the higher it is in phytonutrients and chlorella and all that stuff. So the higher, the better. Yeah, they're all layered. You just pretty much put in a blender. You can change the fruit depending on what mood you are in, and the more liquids you put, the more liquidy it'll be. And if you want it more like a frozen dessert kind of thing, then you just minimize the amount of liquids. So as you see, I'm just gonna bring you guys over, and again, just choose the fruits that you want. I mean, this is what I have every morning for breakfast, and I'll usually go for my run super early. I'll have Energized before my run, and then I'll have this after my run, and then I'm like ready to go for another workout right after. So it is super, super filling. I actually don't have to eat usually until about, I could actually go till about 1 o'clock, but I usually have something. I get up at 4:20 for my run. I'll usually have my shake, and usually by between 10 and 11, I force myself to have something else just so that I stay hydrated. I often don't have enough liquids, so I use smoothies. I drink 2 to 3 smoothies a day to make sure that I get a lot of the nutrients I need. Plus, I make sure that it keeps me extra hydrated. So here it goes. Of course, my blender won't start. There we go. So, and I'll just go ahead and pull this out, just show you guys the color so you can see the beauty of it. And there you go. That makes this specific recipe makes about half of my glass, which is about 1.5 cups. So I'll usually take about 1 to 2 hours to drink it. I'm just a very slow drinker. So I'll usually take about 1.5 to 2 hours to drink it, but it keeps me full for like almost 4 hours. So in a nutshell, that is my morning smoothie. I usually have it a little earlier than this, but things kind of went that way today. You kind of just have to go with the flow. But all to say that as long as you have like a really good superfood in there, your algae oil, so your oodles oil, whatever liquid base that you want, and then some good high quality anti-inflammatory berries along with some either kale or spinach, whatever floats your boat. Just try and make sure to get like a good balance in there. For the fruit, the frozen fruit, some people ask, I usually put 1 cup of frozen berries, 1 to 2 handfuls of either spinach or kale. In this instance, I use my cube, which is a lot more dense. And yeah, 1 big scoop of my superfoods and 1 cup of my almond milk. So I hope it's been helpful, and have an amazing day. And I'll share another one pretty quickly. Usually I do a green smoothie in the afternoon, so I'll probably share one of these green smoothies as well, so you guys kind of see what I put in there. Have a great one.